Welcome to our Mind the Moment's Tuesday morning gathering, brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. This is a place where we invite experienced mindfulness instructors to speak with us about what mindfulness means to them and to discuss as a community how we can incorporate these practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino, and prior to being off into the skies, we have Shanti Douglas, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare's one of our wonderful instructors with Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare. So we're so happy to have you with us. Good morning, Shanti.
Good morning. Thanks everybody for being here. It's so lovely to join on this beautiful Tuesday morning. The sun is shining and the sky is finally blue.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't that make such a difference? And I think the amount of light during the days, everything's just, we love spring.
We deserve spring, right?
We do.
A lot of waiting for spring.
Yeah. I get that. And I totally agree. So we're so happy to have all of you here this morning and have Shanti with us. So if anyone is new to our community, a special welcome to you. And of course, a very big welcome to our regulars that join us each week. So for anyone that's new, we typically start off with a question for the group, and then Shanti will share some words with us and then go right into a 12-minute guided practice. And that when we meditation practice will be a mixture of both guided as well as a little bit of silent time. So we can all work with each of those modalities and see how that sits with us in the morning. So that will be the way things go. And then at the end, we will have some opportunity for questions. So if you go to the bottom of your Zoom screen, open up the chat. And then when you go to the bottom of the chat screen, there's a blue drop-down menu that you can click on and choose everyone. And then the whole community will be able to see your questions and answers. And if you do have questions at any point, feel free to type them into the chat, and we will do our best to get to anything that comes up after the end of the practice. So, Shanti, what question are we sharing this morning with the group?
Yeah, so our theme today is befriending and being befriended. And the question is, how are you loving and kind to yourself? How are you loving and kind to yourself?
What a great question.
Yeah, these can come in little tiny things that we do, with actions of space, could be how we speak to ourselves, could be planning a nice treat of a vacation, or I think it's almost pedicure time, part of that spring, but love to hear how people are loving and kind to themselves.
Yeah, I'll start. I love the question, first of all. And I think what happens with me is when I feel a sense of stress about something that's going on in my life, I do my best to give myself even 30 seconds to just breathe. And also, if I have people around me and I'm just feeling stressed, when I feel like I just need my own time, I've been communicating to people what I need, which is really kind of a new thing for me. Yeah. So that's been something I've been noticing a lot these days.
I love that. I so love the asking for what I need and letting others know. Because we can really assume, how do you not know that this is what I need? Or why aren't they doing this? Or why aren't they showing up in this way? So what a gift to both yourself and also that relationship that you have with the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Communication just can make things so much easier.
Good communication. Yeah.
How about you, Shanti? What comes up for you with that question?
Yeah, I think for me, it's, been a developing practice over the past few years of letting myself be okay with how I feel. Like if I'm upset, if I'm angry, if I'm sad, if I'm confused, if I'm overwhelmed, whatever it is, letting myself be okay with those feelings, not needing to fuel them, but just like coming back into my heart, like a really good friend saying, okay, you know what? I'm right here with you. It's okay. And that really helps me to soothe, to dampen that down without disregarding it. Because I know in my past, I've really had a tendency to be vicious with myself. I mean, vicious is a really sharp word, but not wanting to feel what I'm feeling, or like, why are you doing that? Or, that self-critical nature. So coming around, and you have a really great quote that you shared on Facebook today. I want you to share that too, because that really speaks to what we're talking about.
Yeah. And Shanti, when you mention all of that, we sometimes in our culture are taught to push away things. Oh, we can push through it,
Yep.
past it.
Yeah.
Boy, that doesn't work, huh?
Just move on. Just keep going.
Yeah. I was mentioning to Shanti, I'll share this quote. My arms grew tired from constantly reaching, so I wrapped them around myself and allowed them to rest.
It's beautiful. Like I just chills all over my body.
I almost, that's something that there's certain things that I need to print out and put on my desk, and that's just one of them. So yeah, I totally connect with what you've said. And that's been a learned process to let ourselves be with the uncomfortable and difficult and kind of not great feelings,
Yeah.
That's part of everything. I like Tamara saying, making time to meditate, even if I'm busy, and treating myself to ice cream once in a while.
Yay.
Exercising, hot showers, favorite music, spend time with friends, teaching water aerobics. Oh, I could totally see you doing that, Loretta. You've got to be a rock star with that. I feel like I may have an example or two, but my honest reaction is that I could probably be better attending this aspect of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
a great awareness.
Sometimes we're not taught that way. And, that's okay. Our lives start all different ways, but we can learn. So even Eric, that you're even noticing that is awesome, Buy myself lovely farmed flowers. I go spend an hour in the library reading by myself. Wow. Lovely.
From someone who loves books, you just gave me this very warm feeling.
Yes. And also reading in the library helps you disconnect from your house, like the stuff you need to do. You actually will read and continue to read, Focus on the wins for the day, Lozelle, and take pics of the beautiful environment.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That appreciation of beauty.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Making time for a manicure and pedicure and allowing others to be there for me. Yeah, Mara, what beautiful, those things just, can't be discounted. Just doing something for yourself. Yeah, these things are such good reminders to us, aren't they? So thank you for bringing up a great question, Shanti.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Yeah, so let's come into our practice today. And I'm going to invite you right now just to like close your eyes and notice your body and bring yourself into a place that feels a little bit more easeful, a little bit more aligned and balanced, so that we don't have to do the work of sitting and being. That is not part of any effort that might be required or needed. And even if you want to lay down, that works as well, whatever is comfortable for you. And I'll invite you to either keep your eyes closed if this feels comfortable for you. If not to worry. Just creating a soft haze gaze, even sometimes looking outside to notice what the sky is doing and allowing yourself to connect to that earth energy. can be wonderful. So whatever feels good for you right now. This is all about taking care of you. I'll invite you to relax the belly, soften the belly, allowing that breath to drop in a little bit deeper and slower than usual, beginning to harmonize our systems, allowing the shoulders and the hands and even the eyes and the face, muscles, the whole body to simply relax and be. And imagine yourself sitting in the most beautiful, comfortable place that's familiar to you. Maybe it's your backyard. Maybe it's a place in your home, at the park, the beach, whatever feels really comfortable for you. A place that's familiar. That when you sit here, you feel at home, you feel safe, you feel at ease. And breathe this space into your whole body. And then one by one, friends begin to arrive. Friends that you've spent deep time with, whether that was over a number of years or even just a short interaction that was meaningful to you. It could be friends, mentors, family that's no longer with us. It could be a pet. And as they slowly arrive, a circle begins to form. And as they are in a circle, we're all sitting in a circle. And these friends are joyful and happy to be here with you. They're gazing upon you with smiles. You can feel their love, feel their heart warmth connection for you. And as you breathe, allowing yourself to receive the goodness of their presence, the gift of their friendship. And as you take your time looking around the circle, each being shares some words or insights about how meaningful you are to them, how you've made a difference, how you've listened deeply or were courageous and brave, how you show up in their life. So take a few minutes to slowly move around the circle, no matter how big or small it is. Taking into your heart the warmth and the love and the kindness and the true generosity of others. Allowing the warmth to come into our heart. And with eyes of love, we look back at each person that cares so deeply for us. We feel grateful and appreciative for this connection. And even though it's not always easy to take it in, we take it in. And at the end of the circle is us. So offering ourselves the gift of how we care for ourselves, sharing what feels true and alive of how we show up, how we are kind, how we are loving to ourselves, to embrace our own love, to have that compassion for who we are in our life that's not always easy. But we continue to be here and to show up, to care. So take a moment with yourself right now and feel your inner goodness. Share that with yourself. And to close our practice today, I invite you to bring a gentle smile to your face, a smile of appreciation for yourself, for all of your people and beings that you brought to your circle, knowing that we can come back here quite often. We can feel the warmth of the embrace of love and kindness and care. Thankful for this moment, for this opportunity. If your eyes have been closed, you can open them whenever feels right, whenever feels good. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Shanti. What a lovely, lovely way to start the day. I found myself, I usually have my hands in a particular position when I meditate, but when you were talking about turning to yourself and taking in your goodness, I put my hand, one hand on the other, like someone, like a friend would put a hand on your hand. And, that was just a lovely, it was a reminder that I can always hold my own hand, as the song goes.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I've done that practice many times, and usually it brings me to some pretty big tears. The tears of the warmth of the heart and the meaning that, that you can have for people and that you don't realize. And that it's, as somebody had mentioned before, taking in, letting others in, letting others support us. Because most of us are champions of, task mastering and taking care of others, and even just always thinking outward of what others need and how can I support, and to really sit and allow, that to come into ourselves. It's not often easy.
Yeah, and that we most definitely deserve that. That's part of being able to care for others is truly caring for ourselves first.
And what a good teaching moment, even with our kids and the people around us, like teaching others that it's okay to care for yourself, that you don't have to go 1,000 miles an hour all the time, that taking that break.
Yeah. And like we were discussing earlier, not just pushing through for the sake of pushing through, but knowing that, that it needs to work for your body and your system.
Harmonizing our system. So there's a book that I'm sure everybody's familiar with, Kristen Neff's first book, her self-compassion book. Really just a fabulous, there's so many different tools and practices in there on how can we care for ourselves, and the process that we go through in saying yes to me.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share that as an additional reference.
Yeah,
sure.
Chris, I can type it in. So. Yeah. I'm reading Lorella's water aerobics because they did such a great job. We need 11 hugs a day. You can knock 3 off at water aerobics. I love that. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is all This is all so important for us. Especially, Tara Healy did a practice on Thursday, like a body scan, and just, focusing on self a little bit because of spring. And spring does tend to be a time, think about what you're doing, Shanti. You're doing a lot of life changes and cleaning out. And, we kind of get in that mental space. And it's easy to just kind of go on that constant, push, because it's spring and you got to get it done before summer. And when everybody's out of the office, or, the kids go to camp or whatever.
And it's the energy of spring too, right? It's like we're finally waking up out of our hibernation zone.
Yes.
So we have a natural boost, but sometimes we can go a little bit too far, or just including ourselves. One of the things I've been inviting people to do is to have some fun and order some stationery, order some to-do list stationery. And so, it has to-do list at the top, but then when you order this, you have it pre-printed. So your name is at the top. So it's already on every single to-do list that you're going to make. You're already top of the list. It's like, yeah, this is really saying something to ourselves. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Yeah. And yeah, so, and starting with us, usually are like, okay, when I'm done with these people,
if there's some space. Yeah.
Like I think of this with myself. I lay in bed and I'm like, I'm going to read my book. And I'm like, I'm already asleep because I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that idea. Yeah. And even, you can even print it out. If you don't want to even order the stationery, you can print it and do like the little boxes, little bullets, and put you at the top. I love that idea. Yeah. Why do we think that is self-indulgent? That is self-care in every way,
And it's other care. I mean, look at when we take care of other people the best, when we are well-resourced. If we're exhausted, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I love it.
That's so wonderful. And, this got so many people thinking about this, and it was almost like, a couple people saying, this is usually something that I don't do. And wow, I feel like I may be able to work this into my lifestyle.
Awesome.
So thank you for a wonderful, wonderful way to start our days. We can just picturing that circle during a time today that might be challenging, and just even that, if that circle includes the squirrels and the birds in your backyard and a couple of people and your dog, like what could be better? Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. I appreciate being here with you.
Yeah. I like this. Cut everybody the good pie. We get the crumbly stuff. Cut ours first. Yeah. So wonderful. Thanks for all the comments, everyone. And hopefully you can join tomorrow if you're around in the morning at 8:30 for our Zoom meeting webinar, our Zoom meeting Mind the Moment session. So thank you, Shanti, for being here and for gracing us with just a wonderful start of our day. So lovely, lovely practice as well.
Yeah. Stay well, everyone.
Yes, you as well. Have a wonderful trip. We'll see you soon.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.